Hello, my name is Randall. I did this trailer build for many reasons. First, to give new life to my 6x10 cargo trailer. I also wanted a unique and cozy camper, so I can enjoy nature in comfort. I also wanted to highlight my passion in small business, routearrows.com. And I dreamed of utilizing some beautiful old growth wood I'd salvaged over the years. And lastly, I love to make art, especially with wood, and express my creativity. I hope you enjoy this video of my unique cargo trailer conversion. First, I needed to find a safe and dry place to work, and winter in my carport just wasn't an option. So I began my search online. But driving around, I found a nearby warehouse the old school way. At first, the landlord said no to a short-term rental. But he called back a week later. And we made a 10-week deal, and I hit the ground running. Late October of 22, I moved my tools and materials into the warehouse.
Here we are. Open, moving in some tools. Cardboard for the floor, some tools there. And the second little room over here with some materials in it. Beams and wood I'm gonna cut up. And the other door over here. So far, so good.
I set up my tools and rolled the trailer in. I salvaged beams from the dump and made blocks to set up the trailer stable and level. First, I removed all the interior plywood and the old carpet. Then I removed the sheet metal roof. After I stripped the roof, I cut away the support beams.
Okay, I set up a jig here to lay out the roof rafter. I chopped a 4x4 piece of plywood into all the roof rafters, which I'm now cutting them. And you can see here. And then I'm cutting them all to length. And then I'll put them together and gusset, glue, and staple.
My vision was a tiny house feel with ample headroom. Here are the rafters ready to go. 11 in total. Attached with hurricane ties, L brackets, and lots of adhesive. Here's the ridge blocking installed. And a strong 2x4 nose framing. Next, I glued in the wood studs for wall and window structure. Then I installed 1-inch R6 insulation in the walls. In late November, my daughter flew down to help.
We cut out the window openings and installed 2 new windows.
The bedroom window is a legal egress. The smaller bathroom window provides added ventilation.
We taped out the initial floor plan layout and installed the 1/2-inch roof sheathing with edge trim and 3 corbels. To seal the roof, we applied multiple coats of elastomeric.
Then we added 2-inch R13 insulation in the ceiling. We used 1/2-inch maple plywood on the walls above and shop grade plywood on the walls below.
Next, we worked on the aerodynamic roof at the nose.
We chose aromatic cedar closet lining for the ceiling. I'm 6'2", so the vaulted ceiling is wonderful, and it smells great too. After my daughter went home, I added exterior wood batting to hide the sheet metal siding screws, which added to the tiny house vibe. I had to do the route arrows trim, of course. I relocated the axle below the leaf springs for more ground clearance. And I added 1.5-inch R10 insulation under the floor. I added a 12-volt trailer light junction box and installed all new LED exterior running lights. Having immediate access to my woodworking room was absolutely wonderful. I milled all of my salvaged lumber with a table saw and a planer. I used a Walmart laundry bag to catch the planer dust. After some practice, it worked great. Here are the Doug fir wall panels in process. Here are some of the places I used salvaged wood. The chevron wall panels in the bedroom. The 1-inch thick Doug fir and Redwood route arrows kitchen table. A Doug fir and cedar chessboard. The cherry trim around the bedroom window. And the bathroom window too. The Doug fir trim around the shelf above the bed. The kitchen cabinet face frame. The bathroom cabinet face frame. It's used in the bedroom for the open cabinet face frame. The kitchen open cabinet face frame. And all 7 door frames. Next up, the side door project, which included window framing, adding 1-inch insulation, an RV door latch, and a salvaged stained glass window. In late December, my nephew came down to lend a hand for 3 days. We installed the metal roof and the ridge cap. We applied adhesive to put in the interior carpeting and the ramp door patio carpeting too. We finalized the underbed storage. He tested the bed platform. And we added a cute cubbyhole in the foot of the bed. In the final days at the warehouse, the wood supply was getting real low. I put in long hours to build as much as possible. I made the bathroom counter with plywood and 1/4-inch ABS sheet, and its shape was determined by the bed angle and the walkway. I applied the first coat of exterior wall paint and trim paint, and I installed route arrows gable end shingles. After 10 busy weeks, I wasn't quite finished. So I had to head for home to complete the project in my carport. In January of 23, the winter weather and some back pain slowed me down, but I still had plenty of work to do, both exterior and interior. So after a short break, I began work on the 110-volt electrical system, and soon the March sun made sealing the cabinet doors possible. It was feeling warm and cozy inside too. My daughter came down again, and together we got a lot done. We painted the deck bed, the lower walls and cabinet door backs espresso brown. And we put up a tarp to protect the tools from the weather. The crown molding and the poppies enjoyed the sun. The bees did too. We test fit the countertops and finished the in-cabinet electrical. I had a lot going on, so I put the trailer on the back burner for several months. But in early 2024, I was inspired by an idea, making vintage glass insulators into light fixtures. Then I decided on the cabinet hardware and attached the face frames to the cabinets. Next, I finished and tested the door latch. Ta-da! And the faucet and mixing bowl sink.
The plug's in. Reach in. Hold on.
But I noticed the faucet was leaking and it was not repairable, so I had to order a new one. Initially, I installed a cooling fan for the Goal Zero charger, but later I removed it. It wasn't needed. Under the bathroom sink, there are two 7-gallon water jugs that fit perfectly. I hemmed and added snaps to a simple bed skirt to cover the underbed storage area. I bought a used queen mattress and had it cut at Bob's Foam Factory in Fremont. Then I altered the cover to fit its new shape. It's still queen length and width, just with 2 corners cut off. For bed ventilation, I cut 18 holes into the bed deck. Next, I added a Route Arrows logo on the rear door, as well as a Route Arrows star logo on the side door. The shore power inlet is on the left rear side. And I stashed a broom behind the spare tire on the right. On the tongue, I mounted a box to store the stabilizing jacks, and I mounted a bike repair stand. Below the side door, I installed fold-out steps for safer and easier access. I hid the newly replaced rear door spring hardware with 1/8-inch textured ABS squares, leaving a slot for the cable wind-up pulleys. I asked a local company to add Velcro and a zipper door to a pre-made pop-up tent wall. It's securely held in place with perimeter Velcro, and the tent wall provides ventilation, another easy egress, a bug barrier, and natural light. These small homey touches mean it's getting very close to the finish line, like copper toothbrush and towel holders, and a hidden in-cabinet TP holder. My nephew made this beautiful Route Arrow with a family heirloom 1898 anvil, and I made a unique incense holder out of some scrap materials. I installed a 5-inch arts and crafts style lamp in the bathroom and a 5-inch Tiffany style dragonfly lamp in the kitchen and an 8-inch Tiffany style dragonfly lamp in the bedroom. It's my favorite. The dining area is set up with a chessboard, table, and chairs, and it neatly tucks away. The Arctic cooler is stored under the bed, easily accessible from the kitchen. Well, it's been a long journey. My finish date was July 11th, 2024, making this a 20-month project. It's finally finished and ready to be enjoyed on adventures out in nature. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for our upcoming adventures.